The major breaking news headline I woke up to this morning said black voter event and Trump makes wild claim. Now, it's not uncommon for anything that Trump says to be framed with wild claim, but whenever black Americans are involved, it's especially egregious and cringeworthy based on his history. I'll reveal the most recent outrageous claim shortly, but first let's unpack his unfortunate body of work and remind everyone of his gift for weaponizing race with dog whistles.
It confirmed that he is truly a racist,
while at the same time courting minority leaders and voters like the two-faced con man he is. Anyone with an ounce of intellectual honesty remembers that his campaign effectively began with this whistle that a dog of a certain breed could hear loud and clear.
With Obama, the birth certificate.
But a lot of people agree with it. I made a speech the other night in North Carolina, got a standing ovation. We mentioned place of birth, the whole place stood up and started applauding and went crazy.
Now, we know that moment wasn't about a birth certificate. It was a bit of clever social signaling that turned out to be the launchpad for the extreme wing of MAGA that provides a safe space for white nationalism. And Trump continues to play the race card from the bottom of the deck, and in just a minute, I'll reveal his most recent idiocracy. But first, let's sample some of his greatest hits.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest?
That was Donald Trump during a campaign rally in California earlier, giving a shout out to a black audience member he referred to as my African American.
And who can forget this gem?
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones, you see?
And then there's this bit of cringe.
I'm asking for the vote of every single African American citizen in this country. What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?
I could go on in building a people's case against the bigoted Trump, and soon you'll see his latest misstep. But let's quickly look at some of the strong emotions he recently evoked when claiming to have appeal among black voters.
I don't even know why they keep trying to push Trump on us. It's like, nah, bro, that's y'all. Don't do that like that. Like Donald Trump is the Frankenstein monster of white supremacy.
And even the Veep has a thought when asked if Trump is a friend of blacks.
He also says that he's not a racist because he has a lot of black friends.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
It's insulting.
Yeah.
It's insulting for a number of reasons, including he has reduced a whole population of people down to a sum total of what is in his mind who they are. And he's wrong. And he's wrong.
And finally, let's take it to the streets. Atlanta has a strong and proud black community that represents nearly half of the city's population, and they are well represented in this campaign video that appeared just prior to the first debate. The question was, where can Donald Trump go while he's in town?
Mar-a-Lago. He should probably go back to Mar-a-Lago. We should stay there. To Mar-a-Lago. Back to Mar-a-Lago. I don't think I could say that on camera, like.
Those responses were actually kind because it was from the Biden campaign. Wouldn't you love to see the uncensored reel? So exactly what was the recent claim made by Trump, done so while courting black leaders over a speakerphone that was described as wild? Let's go to the clip.
It's just a terrible thing. It's weaponization. And it comes out of the White House, even when it's city and state, comes out of the White House in order to attack a political opponent. But since that happened, the black support, I think my representatives will tell you this, the black support has gone through the roof.
Yes, it has.
And I guess they equate it to problems that they've had. But since this has happened, like the mugshot is the best. It just beat Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra by a lot, by the way. Beat it by a lot. But that's the number one mugshot of all time. It's really an amazing thing. Since it happened, the support among the black community and the Hispanic community has skyrocketed. It's been amazing. Really been amazing. It's been actually very nice to see.
Mr. President,
you know, it's in one way you say, gee, isn't that too bad? But the truth is, it's really a lovely thing when I see that. We have great support now in the black community and in the Hispanic community. Great support.
And it's not a new claim. This older clip proves that he thinks the odd story is worth repeating, this time in front of an audience that is used to consuming his dog whistles.
I got indicted a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. We've all seen the mugshot. And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece. It's pretty amazing.
And Donald Trump on a campaign trail over the weekend in Michigan, a key battleground, stepping up his efforts to appeal to black voters and also addressing an influential conservative group. Rachel Scott has the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. Yes, Donald Trump did spend the weekend trying to appeal to black voters, the very group that helped propel President Biden to the White House in 2020. 4 years ago, Donald Trump only got about 8% of the black vote. The polls show that he is making inroads among black male voters. Trump then speaking at a conservative political event hosted by the right-wing group Turning Point Action. The group's founder has been under fire for making anti-immigrant and racist comments. Trump's allies on that stage vowing political retribution and revenge if Trump were to be reelected.
Is the strategy working? I'll give Charlemagne, who's a thought leader in the black community, the final word with his unfiltered perspective.
So who are these black people that they talking to? I don't see, I think the last number I saw was like 22% of black people.
That is always, whenever you see Republican numbers for black people, just know it is skewed. It's a right-wing think tank. It is fake. Black people support Democrats we're the most consistent voting bloc for Democrats. And it's like, hands down every single year. So it's really patronizing when people act like black people we're becoming the reason why Trump or any Republicans are going to win when it's white women and white men.
And I don't believe that, black people are leaning towards Donald Trump. I think all those poll numbers are overstated. I think what you might be getting right now is just the natural, frustration that a lot of black people feel around this time of year.